welcome to Noble Team, and welcome to episode 3 of
Crutch-tacular.
What you just saw was the director's cut of the full version of the Halo Reach live-action short, Birth of a Spartan. It was leaked on humanworldwide.com and discovered on NeoGAF forums. This episode, we're going to be looking at some analysis of the new Ascension remake Pinnacle, some Pinnacle gameplay, as well as an interview I did with my friend who attended Comic-Con. So, a lot in store for you guys. Let's get the episode started. First, let's take a look at the new Ascension remake Pinnacle. First of all, I want to say Bungie did a great job with this remake. All the geometry is almost exactly the same. Before filming this episode, I went into Halo 2 and played Ascension just to see if I could find any changes, and the only things I could find were there's a lot less rocks top mid around the edges of some of the side structures, so maybe there's a little less cover there, and also some of the jumps from the sides might be a little different because of the changes in movement speed and jump height. But I mean, there's probably going to be a lot more new jumps you can do with jetpack or sprint, so it should be interesting to see what happens in Halo Reach. So it's a beautiful map, great job by Bungie so far from what I can see, and let's get to the gameplay. So we're starting off this gameplay with Lars Bakken using the Needler and getting fired at with a rocket. And I don't know if it's just the angle, but the rockets look like they travel a lot faster than they did in the beta. I thought in the beta they're a little bit too slow, almost unrealistically slow, and I'm hoping that did actually change. So you'll notice that Lars Bakken was using the Needler, and before calling him a noob, I'd like to say that I think that the Needler was slept on by a lot of people in Halo 3 and now probably going to be in Reach, and in the right hands it's actually a really powerful weapon. So a lot of people don't know how to use it effectively. So in this gameplay we're going to see a lot of pistol and DMR footage. This being the first clip, and you'll see Lars Bakken gets the nice headshot. Seems like we've been seeing a lot more DMR and pistol headshots in these clips, and they fixed a headshot registration glitch that was in the beta, and apparently that makes the weapons feel a lot more powerful, a lot less random as well. Also right here you can see the bloom resets faster on the AR as well, and I can't tell if it's the darker reticule or not, but it appears that the AR reticule is a little bit smaller than it was in the beta, so maybe it's a little more accurate. Alright, here Lars Bakken is going to get a nice mid-range kill with the DMR. From that range, the kill time seems to be a little bit faster than Halo 3's BR, because at that range the Halo 3 BR would probably be maybe a 6-shot because of the spread. Right there I think he gets a 5-shot and he misses 1 shot. So kill times seem to be increased the further away you are in Halo Reach because of the single-shot weapon. Right here, Lars Bakken gets killed by a nice nade, and unfortunately that's the end of the clip. Next up, we have the interview with my friend Chaos, who went to Comic-Con. So before I start, I'd just like to give you guys a few credentials for him so you guys can believe what he's saying. Chaos, he has a 50 in all Halo 3 playlists, except for, I believe, Squad Battle, and also has 50s in Valentine's and Legendary Brawl, I think. He also has multiple MLG 50s and was a top-ranked Game Battles doubles player with his brother. So before you guys say anything, yes, he does know what he's talking about, and hopefully you guys enjoy the interview. Let's get it started.
Alright guys, so this is episode 3 of Crutch-tacular, and today we have a guest star, Chaos, who's my friend who attended Comic-Con last week. So, John, what'd you think of the Reach full game?
It seemed pretty much the same as the beta with a few changes that made it a lot better.
What were the changes?
The DMR and the pistol seemed like they were actually weapons that could be used, instead of just shotgun rockets and all the other new weapons.
So a lot of people have been saying that the bloom hasn't changed, and they've looked at the firefight footage from IGN and noticed that the bloom is actually the same as the beta. But how quickly did you notice that the bloom actually did change?
Playing at Comic-Con, it seemed like the pistol reset a lot faster, as did the DMR. The DMR almost seemed like the bloom wasn't really a factor at all. it just seemed like you could shoot as fast as you could, and the accuracy wouldn't change at all.
Not at all?
Not really. Well, I didn't use the DMR. I had to watch some other kids using it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched some kid use the DMR for like 10 minutes.
Okay, so you were playing Firefight versus mode, right?
Yeah.
And you were the elite?
Yep.
Is that right? Right, okay. So let's get to the questions that people left in my comments. First of all, were you able to use the AR or see anyone using the AR?
I did see some people using the AR, and it seemed a lot stronger and more accurate than in the beta.
Okay, so the bloom resets faster on the AR as well. Alright, has there been any changes to the needle rifle?
From what I could tell, the needle rifle seemed exactly the same as the beta. The bloom was the same, the damage was the same. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like now the DMR's bloom is more similar to like the needle rifle's bloom in the beta.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anything about max player count?
Playing at Comic-Con, we only got to play 2v2s, so I don't know.
Okay, so you talked to Shishka, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't say anything about that?
No.
Alright, we'll get to that later. Alright, so did you use the concussion rifle?
Yes, I did.
And is it powerful?
It seems to be exactly the same as the root shot. It's about, I don't know, 5 shots to kill. But if you hit him directly, it's like 3 or 4.
And how many rounds does it hold for?
I want to say 6 or 7.
6 or 7, okay, so you have to be pretty accurate. Do they bounce?
I don't think so.
Okay. And, did you get to see any hemorrhage?
No,
No.
we
No, okay.
only played the one with the forklift on it.
Okay, courtyard, I think. Okay, so people were asking about grenades. So grenades were nerfed since the beta, but how much were they nerfed? So are they like Halo 2 or Halo 2?
I'd say they're a lot more like Halo 3 grenades.
Halo 3 grenades, okay. Yeah, I think that's a little better. And how about jump height? Did you notice that people could jump over nades and not get hurt, or?
I did notice that the jump height was a little bit more. You could, I don't know if you could really jump over the grenades, but you could jump high.
Higher.
Okay, and how about movement speed? Did you notice that?
Movement speed seemed the same.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
a little bit
played as
faster.
elites though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think they mostly changed the Spartan movement speed. Okay, so while you're at Comic-Con, you get to talk to Bungie's multiplayer playlist designer, Shishka, right?
Yeah.
And what did you guys talk about?
We talked about MLG in Halo Reach, and we basically asked, me and my brother basically asked him if they thought about MLG at all when making the game. And he just responded by saying that the Forge world is for the MLG players, so they can make their own maps, and that they normally like symmetrical maps, and Bungie doesn't like those to make those as much. So they gave MLG Forge world to mess around in. Also, he confirmed that there will never be objective in Arena.
Never.
Never.
Okay.
Because he says the formulas to do it is just too complicated.
That's kind of disappointing.
Which also means that there will never be a ranked MLG playlist with objectives and flag, so that will probably just be social.
Too bad. Did you talk about anything about how they're going to do the competitive playlists that aren't in the arena?
No.
That's all you guys talked about.
Yeah, we asked him about a lot of things, but he said that he couldn't talk about them, because, yeah. He also said the game was done, that he had full copies, and they just have
Did
to
you
wait
ask
for
him
the...
for one?
Yeah, I did. He said we can have one. He says he gets like 6 that he can hand out to whoever he wants, but he didn't give one to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You could give them that? Wow. Okay, so the changes to the bloom sounds like they're going to be in the final game. That's good.
Yep.
Alright, and before playing at Comic-Con, you weren't going to buy the game, am I right?
Yeah.
And after playing, you're now a certified pre-order of Reach.
Yes, that is correct.
Is that correct? Okay. Alright guys, this was a Crutchtacular guest interview in episode 3, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have more questions for John or his brother, post them in my channel and I'll try and answer them for you. Or John will. Alright, bye.